Greetings, ladies and gentlemen. I am StooDogg, and we're here today to talk about my trolls and how much I love them for giving me material to make a video with. I think this is a good use of their time and a good use of mine. So, you know the type. They hang out behind a keyboard thinking it's their own personal trollmobile, like it was their Trollberghini or Ferrar troll or something like that, and they send out all kinds of weird, bizarre, mean shit to anyone and everyone. I mean, I was playing Star Trek Online a few years back, and I got a random in-game mail from someone accusing me of outright treason, and that I was going to be executed by the state. So, as far as I know, I haven't committed any Guy Fawkes level fuckery with the Parliament, so I don't know where that comes from. But, well, yeah, recently there was someone who declared that I was an enemy of cats and Star Trek fans everywhere.
You're not an enemy of cats.
That was an odd one.
What? This is not a threat. I'm reporting your threat to Facebook, and I'm letting Star Trek and cat fans everywhere know that you're an enemy. You're going to be in trouble.
Oh boy.
Wait a second. StooDogg of the Tribbles and Ecstasy podcast? That was sent to him? This doesn't make any sense. He's no threat. He's not an enemy of Star Trek. He is not a hater of cats. In fact, he's one of the biggest lovers of puss. Well, you know where I want to go with this, that I know. It just doesn't make any sense.
I know, right? Like, what? 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 Ah! So, in the last few years, I've been involved in a Star Trek podcast. Trek fan, been there, got the t-shirt. I'm admin in quite a few Star Trek online Facebook groups as well, where on a day-to-day basis I will deal with people with nice questions, people who have not so nice questions, and just generally making sure that groups don't get overcome with spam. Everybody loves spam, except when people post too much of it. In that case, you need to get involved and start removing it. And yeah, people get really pissy when you take down their spam posts. So when people walk in and they don't bother following the rules or reading anything, and then when you do something about it, they tell you, "Get a life, dude. Apparently nobody listened to you growing up, so now you've got to act like a scolding school marm." I don't even know what that means. "You needn't worry about me posting again. If I knew this was a nerd-ass gaming group, I would have never posted on it in the first place. Why you gotta be so rude? If I somehow joined this group by mistake, feel free to delete me on purpose." Yeah, well, that was a good day. That was like the trash took itself out because he left. So, bye, Felicia. I never did hear anything from or anything about this person ever again. So this brings us on to someone else responsible for spam. I mean, spam, I like spam, but not on the internet, and especially not excessive spam. I mean, there comes a stage when enough's enough. It gets too much. And when you're lobbing so much spam into my group, like... So, names have been changed to protect the innocent. Let's call this man Nat. So, Nat came in and started excessively spamming. So, I removed him. Because my time, it was arse o'clock in the morning. So, my intention was, right, I'll remove him. I'll let the other guys know that I removed someone from the group. And it was my intention to go and talk to the guy in the morning when it wasn't fucking arse o'clock, when it wasn't the middle of the night, and just be like, right, dude, look, you want to chill? I mean, here's a list of our rules, yeah? You go and have a read of those. Come back and speak to me tomorrow, and I'll let you back in the group. Because, like, you just went a wee bit over the top. I don't know if he'd maybe been to the pub or something and just maybe had a wee bit too much of the funny juice and just decided to start spamming us with his memes and jokey funny stuff. Yeah, it was funny, but it was very off context for the group. Put it somewhere else. There's plenty of other places for memes and stuff. My gaming group is not one of them.
There is a message. It's a warning about you.
A warning? About us? Did someone get really annoyed about us removing their spam then? The following is a forewarning to anyone that naively presumes my kind, easygoing nature are reflections of a character defect or weakness. Think again and carefully before you step over the line with me. This goes for everyone on social media today. Most especially the group administrators on Facebook, of which many of them today are operating with a clear ego trip due to the virtual titles associated with managing social media groups. Know this, I have zero qualms about bouncing your negative juju back to you to the point of origins in 7 directions. You are not the thought police, and social media is a public venue with stock shares that are publicly traded worldwide. Facebook is an open forum. Facebook groups are not proxy substitutions for totalitarian societies. The blank Facebook social group run by the 20-something-year-olds administrators that have a stick in their ass and still have their testicles within their mother's purse. A-ho! Why you gotta be so rude? So whenever this guy's not coming out with random, long-winded stuff, it seems that he's talking in memes and hashtags all the time. It is my nature to be kind, gentle and loving, but know this, when it comes to matters of protecting my family, my friends, and my heart, do not trifle with me, for I am the most powerful and relentless creature you will ever know. Hashtag, don't seek intentionally to misunderstand me. So during the night I received a string of messages, an invariable text wall from this gentleman. He starts off quite civil, but it soon degenerates into nastiness and farce. Was I removed from our group without so much as a notice from one of the group admins, buddy? I was about to visit our Stow group and all of a sudden it was not here. And it will not show up when I attempt to search for it on the Facebook groups either. Did someone block me too? If this is so, then that admin should have better meditation and communication skills, or issue a warning to a member, or tell us something. Damn, I hope I'm just having a dotty-headed moment and can't find the group. Or that Facebook is being ridiculous right now. I hate to believe that people can be that superficial, that shallow.
over the Star Trek IP that they want to play thought police and prevent us from sharing our Star Trek memes that are in good taste, funny, and adds levity and smiles to the hearts of other people. If our other group admins are that uptight, perhaps they should not be in these positions. I can appreciate keeping posts so relevant, but with that, you're always going to have people wanting to share the humorous sides of all things Star Trek too. This is just pure censorship and flies in the face of the very world Gene Roddenberry envisioned for humanity. He did not envision a totalitarian society. I am pissed right now, and understandably so. Group admins should be at least 30 years of age or older and have good communication skills for working with a diverse group of people. If they did not, then this explains volumes as to why they booted me from our group without 1 ounce of common courtesy. My bad, I expected more. Silly me for raising the bar here. What was I thinking anyway? Did I expect you people to operate with fairness? Yes. Did someone show me that they are clearly childish in their group admin role, that they have an ego trip associated with this title? Duh. Not to worry, buddy. I will blacklist this group in 7 directions, metaphysically speaking, and also literally within STO, and through every fleet I am friends with too. I will let them know not to bother with your Facebook group, as it is run by overgrown children with a stick in their ass.
A clue. No. As far as I know, all of the group admins are over the age of 30. Some of them significantly more over the age of 30. I think if anyone has a stick in their ass, Nat, this person is you. Don't come into the group breaking the rules just for what reason? Did you just think, yeah, you guys have rules, I'll break them. That'll be fun. Banter. But wait, there's more, because, you see, not content with that message, he decided to continue being a fool. I intend to ensure there is much negative publicity on this issue on Facebook, Reddit, and Twitter, as it is bigger than me, or me being booted from our group. This is about people violating the civil rights of Facebook members, denying them their freedom of speech civil rights. Facebook management has spoken out in the past year, 2016, and its groups and group admins doing these things, as Facebook has said. If they receive complaints of censorship from a group, they will shut the group down permanently. Your group admins picked a wrong person to offend, for this member of the Cherokee Nation is too well connected politically to allow misguided mental midget simpletons operating as group admins on Facebook to continue to play the thought police and engage in unjust censorship practices. Facebook stock is publicly traded worldwide. Private group or not, to censor freedom of speech is to violate our civil rights within a public domain online today. Your group does not own stock in Facebook, nor does it have the authority to censor speech of its members within your group. Others may say otherwise, but the facts are what they are. Legally speaking, your group admins have violated my First Amendment rights of civil speech within a public domain. Again. Game on, assholes. Well, wow. I guess that's me out of a job then. Better just sit here and wait for an email from Mark Zuckerberg and the President of the USA for censoring your rights as per the tools provided to me as a group admin from Facebook itself. So that's fine. I mean, I'll see you in court about your deliberate spamming of clickbait memes and all that crap. I better go and get a lawyer. You better go and set up your defense. Let's whereabouts is the court that deals with this? Is it based in California, like the YouTube one? Yeah. Let's go. Let's go and deal with that then. So I'll just go and pack my bag. I mean, there are laws on this sort of thing. The Communications Act 2003, Section 127 clearly states that a person is guilty of an offence if they send by means of public electronic communications networks a message or other matter that is grossly offensive and or indecent, obscene, or menacing of character, or they are responsible for any such message or matter being sent. A person is guilty of an offence if, for the purpose of causing an annoyance, inconvenience, or needless anxiety to another, they send by means of a public electronic communications network a message that they know to be false, or they cause such a message to be sent. A person guilty of this offence under this section shall be liable, on a summary conviction, to imprisonment for a term not exceeding more than 6 months, or a fine not exceeding level 5 on a standard scale, or both. You see, you're not the only one who can go off and pull some legal jargon out of the internet. You get these other guys as well who they see things like other games and they decide, I want to advertise this game on your Star Trek Online gaming page. It's like, no, the people here play Star Trek Online. Please don't try and drag them away from that game. You know, the game that's the focus of the group. Yeah, about that. So, our next one is based on one such post. So I removed someone's post and I sent them a message saying your post was removed from our Facebook group as it was not related to the focus of the group. Please read our group rules before posting again in future. The gentleman sent me it seemed to be a rather intelligent response, saying the Free Press Clause protects publication of information and opinions and applies to a wide variety of media. In Neer v. Minnesota 1931 and the New York Times versus the United States 1971, the Supreme Court ruled that the First Amendment protected against prior restraint pre-publication censorship in almost all cases. Okay, fair enough. That sounds like quite an intelligent thing to say. My response was, please stick to the mission statement of this Facebook group. Irrelevant content does not belong here. It belongs on other pages. This gentleman went on to call myself and my other admins Nazis. Yeah, you went from being quite high up in the intellectual scale to going all the way right down to the bottom. My response to that was, anytime you use an extremist term or insult, you lose both the moral high ground and the debate almost immediately. Yeah, people. What a way to fall off your high horse. So, ladies and gentlemen, let's finish off with a thing or two about free speech and the First Amendment. The right to free speech means the government can't arrest you for what you say.
It doesn't mean that anyone else has to listen to your bullshit or host you on their platform whilst you spout it.
The US First Amendment doesn't shield you from criticism or consequences. If you're yelled at or boycotted, have your show cancelled or get banned from an internet community, your free speech rights are not being violated.
It's just that people listening think you're being an asshat.
And they're gently leading you through the door.
Fast. And with their foot.
I have been StooDogg. And remember, when you're online, don't be a dick, don't rock the boat, or you might end up in my next video. Catch you later.
And if you hate what I do on the internet, then you can go and love yourself.
Tinkle. go make a sandwich out of all this excessive spam. Don't forget what Leroy said. Go fuck yourself! If you've enjoyed this video, you can blah 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 YouTube stuff. If you haven't, you can leave and watch someone else's videos. Tatty bye.
Oh boy.